I learned some lessons. I learned some lessons this year, especially when it comes to podcasting in general. Listen, I think the number one lesson I learned was that perfection is not necessary to be good and to grow. I've spent so much time, like I can't even tell you how many recordings or how many videos I've made or how much time I spent trying to edit and get sound right or try to make the video look better and all of that. And perfection is just something that is meant to hold you back. I had to learn to not chase perfection and to get things done, man. And keep it moving. Just do it. Hit the button, record. Don't worry about trying to be perfect because you can never have the wrong message for the right person. So that was a great lesson for me this year. It was just don't chase perfection. Just keep going. And the people who want to receive the message, they'll get it. And the people who don't, it is what it is. They'll move on. It ain't no big deal. What's going on, Pizza Fam? Look, I appreciate each one of you for listening to this show, listening to this episode. Before we get back to it, I wanted to tell you about my favorite product right now, Todd's Curry Sauce. I met these guys at the Florida Restaurant Show, Pizza Tomorrow Summit, and I'm telling you, ever since I tried that sauce, I have been putting it on everything in the shop. Chicken wings, pizza, you've seen the pizzas, chicken sandwich, salad dressing, we've been putting Todd's Curry Sauce on everything, and I'm here to give you a special deal, special offer. Go to their website, toddscurrysauce.com, use code PIZZAKING, and get 10% off your next order. I promise you, you only need to try it one time. It's going to be the best curry sauce you ever tasted in your life. You're going to start putting it on all kinds of stuff in your shop, even at home. I got a bottle in the pantry here at the house. I got a bottle at the shop. Elliot, Todd, I need another bottle because I'm putting it everywhere. I'm putting it on everything. So go check it out. Use code PIZZAKING and get 10% off your next order. Peace. Let's get back to it. Yo, here we go. Pizza King podcast. I'm your host, Tyrell Reed. Last episode, last recording of 2024. I am incredibly grateful for all of you that have listened this entire year, all of the episodes, all of the guests, all of the growth that we had in 2024. This is just my chance to have this episode and give a recap and really just show how grateful I am for the year that we've had with Pizza King podcast and, talk about what I'm looking forward to in 2025 with, more growth, more guests, better quality, more consistency, more episodes, all of those things that go into, building this and making it something that is, valuable and, good for the community and good for the pizza community and the business community in general. So I'm just excited about that. Excited to have you here with me. And, without anything else, let's just get into it. It's just me today, no guest, just talking about what we done this year and, what we look forward to with next year. So you got me. I got my notepad. I had to write some notes down so that I didn't miss anything because so many things happened and so much happened this year that I wanted to make sure that, I captured all of those moments, at least as many as I could remember, because, honestly, so many good things happened. It was overwhelming when you start to look at it and put it on paper, like how much actually happened. Cause you know how it is. You get into the rat race, you get into, the busyness of life and business and family. It always feels like there's something more to do. There's something left. There's, we missed stuff. But then when you come in and you take the sum total of all the things that you did do, it becomes, something to be grateful for. So I'm really, really appreciative of the year that we've had, even with the ups and downs. It has been fantastic. So thank you for joining me. Welcome to the last episode of 2024 and looking forward to seeing you all in 2025. As a recap, I was thinking about, I had this goal at the beginning of the year to do this show, to start this show. We started in 2023, kind of fell off for a little bit and really wanted to be more consistent in 2024. So my goal in 2024 was to be more consistent with episodes of the podcast. I wanted to really grow it and put some focus and intention on doing a good job and producing a good product for the listeners and for the pizza community. that was the focus in 2024. How do we add value? How do we bring value to the community through the podcast? And that was our focus. We did 25 episodes. I think this will be episode 26 for the year, which kind of put us on about an every other week schedule or cadence. And that was solid. I think that was good. It was consistent. We got a lot of good episodes in, and I'm looking forward to the continued growth. We grew on every single platform this year. YouTube took off like crazy. Almost 7,000 subs on YouTube. So grateful for each one of you. Spotify, we grew. Apple Podcasts, we grew listeners. Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok, which we really don't even do a whole lot of posting on TikTok, but we still grew on every single platform. And for that, I am eternally grateful. It has meant everything for me to see how the community stays connected and lifts each other up. So many people have reached out to me, and so many people have, contacted me, and, all the folks that have come on the show. It's just been really good. Even the folks that are close to me that I see on a regular basis here are like starting to see it and like, hey bro, like keep going, keep doing it. Like, and that means a lot to me too, when my people, like the people that are in my life and really close to me, are seeing it and saying, yo, you got something going. Keep doing that. Keep killing it, bro. Even my wife, like she started to see the growth on YouTube, and she's like, look, you don't got anything to record today? Did you make a video? So that meant a lot to me too, because you know how it is when you have a business and you have projects and you have a family, something always suffers, right? Like there's just not enough time to always do everything. And as a lot of if you're busy business owners, family seems like they always get the short end of the stick. And I wanted to be real intentional about all of my business being family business, and to have that support from my kids and from my wife and from, all of the folks in my family and my extended family, chipping in and supporting, even sending me videos or sending me ideas, sending me clips or introducing me to people. That has meant everything to me. So, thank you for all of that in 2024. And I'm really looking forward to doing it all again in 25. So that was good. Best episode of the year. I think from a number standpoint, the one of the episodes that I did with my kids actually was top downloaded episode and one of the top viewed episodes on the platforms. And I think that everyone just enjoys the interaction between, me and the boys and each other, with, between them. They're always a lot of fun to have around. They're crazy. I think, even my son talking about his favorite pizza was Papa John's. His ass ain't never even had Papa John's before, but it was just fun. It was a lot of fun to do this with them. And of course, now they're at the point where they're like, look, it started to become like a job. They're like, no, we don't want to record. I don't want to be on it. It was cool in the beginning, but now it's like, no, it's too much like work. I don't want to be on your show. I don't want to be in your videos. Don't take pictures of me. And that's part of growing up, but I really appreciate them, because for me, it was, let me practice. Let me figure out how to record. Let me figure out how to do a multi-camera view or have a couple of people on. And, I thank every one of you that stuck with me, because some of those I look back and it was like, damn, that was terrible. Like the camera was off and the sound was, we had one mic for the three of us, and we're trying to figure, like, it was great growth. But I really appreciate how many people really just like, look, I love what you do. I love that you keep the family involved. And, that's important to who I am and what I've done. One of my favorite episodes, and I think, well, I don't know if I have a favorite episode of the year. I really enjoyed, having those episodes where I was able to teach and, just give some leadership tips, some coaching advice, whether it was opening a new store. I think we talked about new store checklists. We talked about just some leadership development, leadership skills. I love doing that because that gives me a chance to give away the skills that I've developed over the years. That gives me the opportunity, and this gives me the platform to give that value away to, anyone who is open to using it or needs it, or, just could use that little push to make your business and your team that much better. So those are my favorites, definitely some of my favorite episodes. And then also, and the guest episodes, and we did a few guest episodes this year. That was something that I was a little bit nervous about getting into, but it turned out to be, super fun. Great conversations with a lot of good people. So those were definitely some of my favorite episodes. Who did we have? We had Bob on from Pizza Shack, Arcadia in Oklahoma. He was my very first guest. So shout out to you, Bob Protexter over there in Oklahoma. We still text, we still, go back and forth. Love that you came on. I had AD on from Black Crust. He was one of the most recent guests, and Chef Hector. We had Dodie from Pizza King in Texas on. We had Mike Bausch from Andolini's over in Oklahoma. Shout out to Oklahoma. We had Nick from Bricks Woodfire over in North Carolina. Good to make friends with him. Such a good dude. Who else? Oh, we had Larry, the gift card guy on. I had my buddy David on from Sonic, giving me just some insights into what he does in the fast food game. And honestly, I'm glad that he did, because a lot of who I am and what I did came from the time that I spent in fast food. Because, you talk about just high volume, high turnover, powering through, making it work, and really being focused on leadership. Fast food is definitely where it's at. So just shout out to everybody that was a guest, and all of the future guests. We got a couple of folks coming up next year, especially early in the year, that are I'm really looking forward to just bringing what they have and what they bring to the table, out to the community. So, just great. We had a few industry events that we attended this year. California Restaurant Show, got a great chance to just speak and share some insights there. I love to get out and talk through some of my team building tips and my leadership development tips and advice and things that I like to put out there. California Restaurant Show was one of those. Absolute great time. We spent 2.5 days, 3 days in LA, just tearing up some pizza, meeting some good folks, some dope people. Got a chance to meet Alex. Got a chance to get by Louis shop. Look, even though Louis wasn't there, Louis my dog, by the way. Even though Louis wasn't there, got a chance to get over to his shop in South Bay. Met some other folks at the show, and they just treated me with so much love. I had my kids there. It's like a no kids show, but they still let me bring my kids in, which was a pretty cool experience for them. We did the same thing all over again here at the Florida Restaurant Show in Orlando. That was a fantastic time. Got a chance to speak there. I told you before, that's like family reunion. So like seeing Bruce and seeing some of the guys that we get to see on a regular basis. Uncle Rico was a great time too in Florida. And I look forward to doing more of that. We got Expo coming up, next year. So, and it was just great. What else was a good one this year? Pizza of the Week was fun. I had a lot of fun with just talking about some of the crazy pizzas that we got through. We dropped the Glenburn, which is like an ode to my hometown in Lansing. We had the bacon weave pizza, which was just ridiculously crazy and fun. But I think top pizza, top engagement, top views, just straight up killed it on every platform was that Bus Crust, the stuffed crust pizza, the stuffed crust pizza fail that just turned into a viral moment for us this year. So thank you to everybody who saw that and shared it and commented and gave me some tips, or even gave me variations to try of it, because it turned into a whole, just a whole summer of fun with stuffed crust pizza, with Bus Crust pizza. So that was a good time. I learned some lessons. I learned some lessons this year, especially when it comes to podcasting in general. Listen, I think the number one lesson I learned was that perfection is not necessary to be good and to grow. I've spent so much time, like I can't even tell you how many recordings or how many videos I've made or how much time I spent trying to edit and get sound right or try to make the video look better and all of that. And perfection is just something that is meant to hold you back. I had to learn to not chase perfection and to get things done, man. And like, keep it moving. Just do it. Hit the button, record. Don't worry about trying to be perfect, because you can never have the wrong message for the right person. So that was a great lesson for me this year. It was just, don't chase perfection. Just keep going. And the people who want to receive the message, they'll get it. And the people who don't, it is what it is. They'll move on. It ain't no big deal. Other lesson, the pizza community is just dope as hell. Super dope. I made a lot of good friends this year. Looking forward to continuing to make friends and continue to build on the connections that we made in the industry this year. So yeah, the pizza community is super dope, and the podcast and business community is equally as dope. So that was one of my great lessons. Milestones, I would say my big milestone is, and I look up at my vision board from last year. One of my big milestones was really focusing on the quality of the time, like the time spent. So I wanted to be more intentional about spending time and getting the family involved. So like I said before, we took those trips and we got a chance to just enjoy each other while doing the business of doing this business, right? And having my family there with me was fantastic. Took a few pizza trips. We went to Dallas, we went to Vegas, we went to obviously we spent some time in Michigan and hitting some different places here around Florida. So just spending that time having these pizza trips. Other big milestone I would say is probably the release of the products, the books. Excuse me. Look, the dog. Callie, get down and get out. Dog can't. I just can't live. So the releasing of the books and the products was great. The idea to open book and bundle has been something that I've been working on, just a collection of all my tools and best practices and advice for anybody trying to get into this pizza business. And you wanna avoid some of the mistakes that I've made over the years. You definitely want to check out the idea to open book and bundle. And we got the new store opening checklist. So just finishing up that stuff. And like I said before, I was spending a lot of time trying to make everything perfect. And once it got out, I've been able to just, continuously update and make it better and add to these tools based on the feedback, from the people who bought and people who have become clients. It has been absolutely incredible. That was a big milestone for me was getting that done and just moving on to that part of it. Yeah. And also launching a Pizza Pro Circle. So you start, if you already know, if you bought a book or a product, then you probably got the invite to join the community, which we're continuously trying to make that better and give more value and more tools and more assets inside the community to the folks who want it and who are connected to me. Check me out, hit me up, get in Pizza Pro Circle, because that's where things are going to happen and continue to happen first. Not that it won't be available to everybody, but it's always going to happen first in Pizza Pro Circle because those are my folks. The other, just thinking about the industry in general, I think there was a lot of, new trends in pizza this year, not just in products and, different variations. We saw just a huge explosion from hot honey and, all these different toppings and things like that in pizza. But for me, I think, and from my observation, the biggest trend in pizza is probably going to be just the rise in technology and, AI. We talked on an earlier episode this year about the rise of delivery sales and how technology is driving that convenience, third-party delivery and apps, and how these things are really, really continuing to drive the upward trend in delivery sales. So get on with that. And then the other big trend or just big topic in pizza and in business in general is the challenges of, leading a Gen Z workforce. Somebody sent me something early, actually sent it to me earlier today, that was talking about, here, I'm going to pull it up. What he said. Yeah. He said, well, how you feel about this? Metro Atlanta pizza restaurant is shutting down after 7 years. We try to provide a quality pizza and a livable wage to employees simultaneously. It doesn't work. And he asked me how I felt about that. And, that's been a big deal and a big issue and a big topic. So we've seen folks, even in my store to some degree, where we try to balance all these things and trying to use technology and different services to mitigate the rising costs and the rising wages. So I told him, and I'll read you word for word what I said to him. He said, how do you feel about this? I said, this is the inevitable effects of rising wages. Entry-level jobs are not meant to provide livable wages. The industry will be forced to hire younger people and give them the skills to move on. Like, we can't keep these people forever. That's just not realistic. So most restaurants can realistically only handle one or two high salary positions. Everybody else should be part-time. And, I said, folks want to skip the process and go straight to the bag. And that's kind of the result of just this post-COVID environment where everything felt like it was easy and money was getting handed out. Now everybody wants it without going through the proper steps. So you want to earn a high salary, but you don't have a degree, you don't have any skills, you don't have any experience. Where are you going to get it? Where are you going to get it? You got to be flexible. And if you've been to any of my talks, any of my speeches, that's exactly what I talk about. As a leader, we give people the skills, we give them the opportunities, but the opportunities are for them to go create on their own. It's not like look, the sales are the sales. Everything's going up. The cost of labor, the cost of food, the cost of doing business is just going up. So something's going to suffer. What else did we have? And then, as we wrap it up, we talk about what's next for Pizza King podcast and what's next for us. I would say the number one is going to be just doing more episodes, more guests, more people on the show that can continue to give and add value to the community. If I'm really looking forward to just having a great year with that. So I want to go with like more than half of our episodes with having somebody on. Maybe not every episode. We'll still have a lot of me talking just because, everyone's not available when I'm available and all that. And I haven't quite figured out how to get far enough ahead to bank episodes. So, more guests, as many as we possibly can, and just more growth and continued growth on the podcast. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. Love to get a sponsor this year, a nice paid sponsor. That'd be great. We've had some really great supporters of the show over the last year. Shout out to Genie Pizza Bags for their support. Shout out to Todd's Curry Sauce for their support. And I'm just looking to continue to grow that. If anyone you're interested in sponsoring, hit me up. On a personal side, I want to continue to help more pizzerias this year. We had, some really good clients last year, and we had quite a few openings through our clients last year, and just continuing to do that, to get out on and help somebody open on the international level. We've been getting a lot of love from Australia. Shout out to Australia. So I want to go to Australia this year. I'm putting it out there. So let's go. I want to learn about more businesses. I want to learn and continue to learn about other industries, because there are parallels that we have not taken advantage of in the pizza business. Like, we've been around a long time. Pizza businesses, obviously here to stay, but there are things that we can learn from businesses that have been successful and businesses that have failed. So I want to talk to the people from all of these industries to continue to build what we do here. And, before we go, I just want to invite you all, come and join the community. We got Pizza Pro Circle. You can get to that on the website. Come and be a guest on the show. If you hit the link, or go to PizzaKingPodcast.com. There's a link at the top of the page that says be my guest. Reach out to me there. You can send me messages on Instagram. I'm always checking my messages, or my assistant's checking my messages. You can always reach me there. You can email me, info@tyrellreed.com. If you got my number, call me. Don't call me. I'm not going to answer the phone. Maybe that should be a goal. I want to try to answer the phone more in 2025. I'm notoriously bad at answering the phone and calling people back, but you can text me and I will text you back. Text me, hit me up if you want to link up, you want to connect, you want to come on the show. You want me to come on your show? Just hit me up. I'm down for all of it. Don't forget, we got new pizzeria, new store opening checklist is still and always will be free. You can get that by visiting tyrellreed.com. We have books available. We have courses available. We have all of those different things. And I'm always here to provide value and education and growth for pizza businesses and all businesses. Even if you're not in business and you just want, to be a better person, better leader, we got stuff for that. So, and that's it. I just, again, want to say thank you to everyone who has tuned in and tapped in with me this year. And I'm looking forward to a great 2025. And that's all I got. Pizza King Podcast. It's your boy. Peace.